Hi Angelika, Elise here. Thank you so much for your message and for filling out the checklist for me. It helps me give you some more advice. You're right, both boys are out of their Cosco. Oh, what a sad day. So I've got 3 options for you, and I'm sure that something will work. Have a look at the 3 options that I proposed to you, and if just come back with what you like or don't like about those options, and then I can help you whittle your selection process down a little bit further. There is a car seat that I like from the US called the Evenflow Maestro Sport. It would keep the boys in a forward-facing harnessed car seat until about 22 kilos. It's called the Evenflow Maestro Sport. I think I already said that. I will send you a link for it. You can get it on Amazon, and it's pretty good value because Amazon have quite cheap shipping. It is a car seat that does need a top tether anchor, and I did read your comments that you'd like to travel with it, but the RideSafer vests, they're awesome. They're really safe option even sort of for permanent car seats. So if you kind of kept the RideSafer vest as a traveling option, then I think a really nice complementary seat to that would be the Evenflow Maestro Sport. They're a US certified seat, which makes them legal, so that means approved in the US, Asia and New Zealand. Yeah, they're sort of a good low profile seat, so you can tend to fit these if you need to fit 3 passengers across the back, but it would be great if we could try them out. I've got a demo in my office. It would be great if you could come and just try it out first in the Beamer, because some of those luxury cars have really like sculpted seats. And what that means is we can't put the car seats sort of as far outboard as we would normally. Like for instance, I have a tiny little Honda Jazz and I can fit 3 car seats across the back of my car, but the sides of my seats are really flat, so I can bring my car seats quite far out. I'm not sure if we can do that in your car, so it would be worth if you pop in and we'll just bring the demo Evenflow down to your car to see if that works. I mean, the seats are quite light. I can't remember, they're about 5 kilos, Amy. The Evenflow is quite a light seat.
Really light. Yeah.
So that could be an option. And the Evenflow Maestro Sport converts to a high back booster after you've reached the limit of the forward-facing harness. So it's a good value, long-lasting seat, and yeah, it's probably one of my favorites. Option 2 is to use your RideSafer vests ordinarily, like a harnessed top tethered car seat like the Evenflow, which performs really well in both standard and non-standard consumer testing, would provide more protection than the RideSafer vests. But the RideSafer vests are still incredible pieces of engineering, and compared to booster seats, they perform exceptionally well. And for 5-year-olds, I would be very comfortable putting my 5-year-old in a RideSafer vest as like an everyday car seat. And option 3 is the high fold, which is a folding high back booster seat. Reasons that you might choose high fold over RideSafer vest is if the boys nap, because it provides sort of, it's like a shell of a car seat, but without the harness, so the seatbelt comes across the front. So the high fold would allow kids to sort of sleep inside the shell. It provides its own integrated side impact protection, whereas the RideSafer vest optimizes the protective features of the vehicle, but doesn't necessarily have its own integrated side impact protection. And the other big item really is that high fold is sort of a new breed of car seat. Actually, it's the only one like it where it has what we call dual or global certification. So it actually has all of the certifications, labels, and whatnot for both Europe and the US, all on a single booster seat. And that just means that you can travel with it to more countries than any other child restraint in the world. So, I mean, if you're only looking at New Zealand and Indonesia, it's not a huge benefit for you, because both of those countries accept both US and European car seats. But if you're thinking that you might want to travel to the US and to Europe or Japan or something like that, where they only accept European car seats, then that might be why Highfold could be a goer for you. Highfold, in terms of its high back booster abilities, Highfold is fantastic because it is so incredibly adjustable. It's not complex to do, but it's got almost 250 different combinations of settings. And what that means is you can adjust the booster seat to be the perfect size for Dom, and then you can adjust Ben's booster seat to be the perfect size just for Ben. And it will be the perfect size for them now and for the next 8 to 10 years, or however long the boys need to use a booster seat for. You know, in your mind, you should expect that they would have to use it until they finish primary school. It's sort of a good starting point. So it's so highly adjustable that not only is it comfortable, but it allows you to get like a really fantastic seatbelt fit for the entire period that they would be using that seat. So that's a good one. So let me send you a link for the Evenflow Maestro Sport, and I'll send you a link for Highfold. I'll just review your options. Option A is to use the Evenflow Maestro Sport in your car and the RideSafer travels. Option B is to use the RideSafer always, and option C is to use the Highfold, both, or anywhere and everywhere that you want to. And if you don't want to take the Highfold, on a particular holiday, then you can use the RideSafer vests. All right, I'll send you the links. If you've got any more questions after you've had a look at those 3 options, please just holler here and I will get back to you. Have a good one. Bye.